Hey, this is Black and welcome to another Squad Builder spreadsheet tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about the Squad Progress tab. And the way this tab works is you'll first have to download your player data, but then the first thing you'll do is select a squad. So for today's example, I'm going to be using the Galactic Legend Ray requirements. So you'll select that squad, and while it's working, it'll be populating all of the rows here at the top, all of the units that are required. The next thing it'll do is populate the actual requirements. What rarity, what gear level, what relic level if needed, what power level if needed, and so on and so forth. So, and it does this with every character required for the event. Um, it actually has the ship in there as well, but I don't have that populated because it's just not part of this sheet. But that requirement is set as well. So what you'll do to filter these is you can come over here to column B and you can actually limit the unit results, which will just limit how many units actually show up. So just for the example, we'll just say 5. So what happens is everything after the 5th unit will disappear, and then all of the statistics will disappear as well. And the only reason that's useful is for speeding up looking at key characters. Not that these are necessarily the key characters. They may not be in any particular order, but that's just what that's for, in case there's another squad that you want to limit the results to just the top 5. So then I'll open that back up. In column B3 or cell B3, this is the Zeta requirements. So right now, by default, it's minimized, but it'll show up after the power level here. So if we want to take a look at what zetas are required, we'll expand that. And then all of the columns after power for each unit will show Zeta requirements if they are set. That's the other thing, is they're not always set, so I don't always show them. So for that reason, let's go ahead and minimize that back down. Just below that is the sort column. That's pretty self-explanatory. That just sorts by GP, either highest or lowest. Switch that back. And then over here in A4, this is how you narrow down your results by individual player. So right now it's showing my entire guild, but I can select one player in that guild and see where that particular player stands. Oops, okay. So then it just eliminates everybody else temporarily. So if you go back to that filter, you'll see it only shows that one player and then this placeholder. You can just ignore that. In order to repopulate the entire guild or all of the players downloaded, you need to clear out that field. And that doesn't mean hit the space bar. That means either hit delete or backspace and clear that out. As soon as you do that, the entire guild will repopulate again. The other feature of the Squad Progress tab is storing multiple squads. So if you just want to always keep track of your Galactic Legends, then you can make a copy of each, make multiple copies and just rename it whatever's easily identifiable by you. So for this example, we'll make another tab for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So what you'll do is you come down to the Squad Progress tab, you'll click on that arrow or right click, and then click on Duplicate. Now what that does is makes an exact copy of the Squad Progress tab, for those of you that are not familiar with spreadsheets. So in order for this to work, if you just keep it as copy of, it will only work as it is. So if you go to change your squad, it's not going to change anything. It needs to identify that tab as being a squad progress tab. So you need to click on, let me back out of that. You need to click on the arrow of that tab and then click rename. You can also do right click, rename, and then you saw it said copy of. You want to delete that copy of, so squad progress is at the front of the name. And then you can type in SLKR. Had to think about that, make sure that was right. Come up here, clear that out, and then type in the requirements for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Click on that, and once again, it's loading the guild, and it is also loading all of the required units for this team. And of course, it'll also populate the actual gear requirements. So that's how that works. And you can have as many of these as you like. I will warn you that if you keep these populated, if you save multiple tabs like this and you keep a team selected and go to either download an update to the sheet or re-download your guild's player data, it's going to have to process all of these formulas. So it's probably a good idea to go through and clear that out if you're going to do a guild refresh, because you don't want it. It'll probably time out if it's trying to download information and process all these formulas at the same time. It'll more than likely time out. So, but that's it for the squad progress tab. I hope that clears it up. If you guys had any questions, if you still have any questions or if you have any feature requests, by all means reach out to me on Discord. And of course, this video will show up in the menu eventually under the help tab here. And if you want to just go see all of the videos that are available, you can click on all tutorials. So that's it for this one, and I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.